And it was like actually a major Hollywood starlet. They put her in a porn, right? They literally put her face in a porn, made her sound like this and everything. First thing I really thought was people are gonna have to start branding, they're gonna have to trademark and copyright their image. And it's gonna become illegal for you to like literally news. This is actually probably gonna hurt media companies more than anything else because you're not even gonna be able to post someone's picture without determining whether you actually have legal right to post their picture. Then you're like, okay, well, we can't use any of these images that we've been using of XYZ person because they've now copyrighted their image. And so the thing is bad actors are probably going to make AI slow down its process and evolution because people are going to come in and say, you can't use my voice. You can't use my, my art. You can't use who I am. Because that's what it really is. You can't use who I am, you know, to profit off of me without actually ensuring I'm compensated. It's going to be very fascinating to me as these legal cases come because I'm going to be truthful. As soon as I saw Homegirl's picture, I said, I hope she sued the heck out of these people.
Should Google release Bard and compete with OpenAI and Microsoft to maintain their stake? But it was wise of them and Apple as well to take a pause and say, this is very powerful technology. And what are the real applicable use cases that are necessary for this technology to exist versus should we hold on to it? Like, what is the value of a deep fake? Deep fakes are originally probably generated for some Hollywood type of effect. Hollywood has an insatiable need to spend a lot of money on things, and this is some technology that helps them in that way. And now it's available for public use. And on the one hand, should this technology exist, and who should it exist for? Is part of it, right? Like Adobe just released Firefly, which is their version of Midjourney and Dali, so the same kind of generator. And the way that they're billing it is very practical use cases. You could be a marketer and you want to create a product page, and this is very inane type of things. Put a pair of headphones on a blue background, right? The ability for you to be able to create product images that are helpful for your business is also the same technology that is used to create porn with someone else's image. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It can be good and bad. Who gets to use it?
I think it's worth noting that we touch a little bit more on like what's at stake with these new AI generated tools. You made a lot of great points, and um, what you said earlier, Tam, we were talking about the music industry, it made me instantly think about Napster when that was like the first music piracy platform where people were just stealing the music, and it was getting out of hand, and there was lawsuits after lawsuits after lawsuits, and then it slowed down, and it evolved into streaming services. So now that's why there's Spotify, that's why there's Apple Music, that's why there's all these other streaming services out here.
Right.
And I believe the same thing will happen with GPT and all the other things that are coming out, that it's going to slow down from all the lawsuits. And that is generally how like laws and regulations are put into place when they start seeing,
Right.
wait a minute, I didn't know this was a use case. So now we need to really put a microscope to this and figure out, is this threatening whatever that piece of thing that it's threatening for, um, the growth, the development, the advancement of technology, humanity, all these things are being threatened. But I also feel like consumerism has a big part to play in this, and profit for these large companies, they're going to fight hard if it's really lining their pockets. And so I feel like we're going to see a lot more stuff in the media when it comes to like people fighting back on some of the content that's being stolen from them. Like original content is being plagiarized. Piracy is big. Intellectual property, what's that? Chat GPT doesn't care about intellectual property. Um,
Yeah.